Chag Sameach. We start tonight by saying, Ma nishtana halayla hazeh. What's different about tonight than any other night? First of all, we understand the story that the Israelites went into the 49th gate of negativity. They by themselves, because they didn't have tools, they didn't have the ability to bring themselves out and to be able to return and to transform their negativity, because as yet they were still a child that had to be handled and cradled in the arms of its mother. Tonight, the energy that we receive as a direct link to the Creator. For it was the Creator himself and his emissaries, which of course were the angels, and those that and the entities which worked with the Creator, that carried the Israelites out of Egypt. And therefore, tonight is called a night where we do what they call Seder. Seder means, I am handing you a rule book. And this is what you're going to do on this evening. You're going to perhaps drink 4 cups of wine, etc. But basically what it means is that, look, I'm handing you a roadmap. And if you follow my directions on this evening, then I will imbue inside you the energy that will allow you to destroy the negativity that's inside of yourself. And only tonight can we do that, because only tonight is a night specific to the Creator and you alone. That energy will bring us, hopefully, the ability to change those things which we find the most difficult. So too, as the Israelites left Egypt with the help and the guidance of God and his entourage of angels, we all have those guardian angels that help us. But to activate them, to make them work, to make them help us in our struggles that we all have. For tonight, as we've learned, is the time and the time of the year where we fight the wars, the internal wars, the external wars, the wars of ego, the wars of appreciation, and all the other things that come into our lives, the chaos that exists. And the reason that all of that happens is to understand that whatever is happening in this moment in your life is absolutely perfect for you, whether it's negative or positive, to create the changes. And this energy which you will receive on this evening will allow you the strength and the tools. It's the food, even though we eat unleavened bread, but it's that food that will nourish us for the rest of the year to be able to fight and hopefully win those internal things that plague us and the external affairs. And how do we do this? As I've said before, that it's not the thing, but it's quantitative. For instance, if we're joining together at an evening and we are saying we are about to give ourselves nothing else but to prepare ourselves to learn whatever it is in this evening, following the path of the Seder, then perhaps in life we will also be given through our actions, and it's only through our actions that we are allowed to be given the pathways that will teach us the guidelines to help us through the year in the things that separate us from the light force. Specifically this evening, if we bond together, if we make a wholeness out of this room, if we create an energy sphere around us, then that energy not only will be there for you, but it'll be there for you and everyone else. And each person bouncing off the other will create a quantitative effect that eventually will affect our community, our country, and the world around us. Each one of us, remember, is a temple into ourselves. In this holiday, we are to search for the leavened bread, because we know yeast rises, right? If one eats supposedly leavened bread, So it increases. But what is leavened bread? It's a desire to receive for oneself alone. And the reason that tonight and this week especially is because in this time we are trying to keep our ego in check and to use our attributes for the sake of, yes, everybody needs to receive, but also the only fulfillment in receiving is the part of sharing. And so as we gather, as we round the tables tonight, as we greet each other, we need to understand that we want to be part of that unleavened bread, that we want to make place inside of ourselves for the light force to enter, so that together, for tonight and for this time to follow, we will be able to overcome whatever may be in the field of negativity that will help us jumpstart to the future, more positive, with great, great strength, from battling the war of tonight and allowing the Creator inside. There's a movie I saw that is very apropos, especially, well, for tonight and for most of the times in our life. It was called The Life of Pi. And basically he was shipwrecked and he finds himself on this little boat together with a huge Bengal tiger. And when he thought it was almost over for him, that he was about to pass this world, he finally said, he lifted up his eyes and he said, okay, Creator, do with me what you want, because I surrender. Can you imagine if every day we said to ourselves, now we do our work, we do our spiritual work, we do our connections, all of those things are part of our being, we must do those things. But if we said that when something happens and you feel like you're ready to fall apart, I surrender. I allow the force of the Creator to enter me, and I accept I may not like it. The same way as when I take a medicine, it may be bitter. I may not be happy with it, but I say to myself, Light, I need to accept and I want to accept where I am at this moment and surrender me to whatever you may have for me. Tonight is the start. It's a great evening for doing those things that we forget. We have a roadmap. Life doesn't have that same place. Let's use this roadmap in our lives. We have tools. In the center, we've got many opportunities to apply that roadmap so that the Creator will live inside of us, not only on this night. It doesn't matter whether you've come for the first time, whether you've been learning for a month, a week, a year. Tonight, with the help of the people around us, with the energy that radiates through this room, you are a part, and all of us are a part, of a strength that can bring energy, of course, to your center, to your community, to your family, and more importantly, to the entire world as one. For tonight, we are all strong.